Hello, welcome to another Riding Times video. So I'm in deepest, darkest Oxfordshire again this morning, and don't usually do a lot of this kind of stuff on a weekend because there's just, well, too many people about really. The traffic seems to get a little bit more on the road, so it's taken me a while to get here. But anyway, I'm here. I'm heading out onto the Ridgeway. I'm going on a different of the lesser known routes, and I'm going to sort of go past a motocross track by Moulsford, and then head up onto the Ridgeway there, and then thereafter just do a few of the tracks there and do a bit of a loop really and come back. So I'll head up onto the Ridgeway and then get down and a few more byways down towards East Ilsley, and then head on back. So, got the just come out of an area called Streatley and Goring, just on the Didcot and Wantage Road now. As you can see, it's a beautiful day. You know, we haven't had rain for a few weeks now. This particular track that I'm going to go on, I think it's about in April, May. I tried to go down there, but there was an area, you know, there's huge ruts caused by tractor wheels, and they're over a metre deep, and they're flooded as well. So I had to sort of abort that and come back really, because well, I just didn't think the bike could get through it. And although the bike could go through quite deep water, as some of my videos will show, on that occasion I thought, no, it's best to not, and I was slipping and sliding all over the place because the ground was wet and everything. So I thought, well, you know, I'll come back and go and investigate. Right, now there is a trail up here somewhere. I think it's this one. No, not this one. That's just a farm track. It's very close to here, and this takes me up past the motocross track, I believe, or so I've been told. Let's see where we are. Well, this road here is actually a great riding road because lots of ups and downs, sweeping bends. Here we go. Right, this is it. Right, let's have a look. Now what is it? Hold on. Okay, it doesn't say what it... Okay, no, maybe you can. There you go. It looked as if it was all blocked off there for a minute. Well, there we go. We'll just take it nice and easy. I thought they'd blocked off this byway for a reason. Anyway. Oh, this is nice, isn't it? Immediately the blood pressure comes down as soon as you're on these off the roads a little bit. You know, away from the traffic, away from the hustle and bustle. Lot better. Oi. There we go. Alright. Good to see girls and boys on their bikes, on normal road bikes, just getting off the beaten track a little bit. It's good. I mean, that's really my philosophy. You know, any bike, anywhere, anytime. Really. You don't need to have a scrambler and knobbly wheels and knobbly tyres just to, you know, get on the byways. Certainly not this time of year. You know, to get out and do it. Alright, let's see where we are now. Now this is like a parallel track to the one I was just talking about, which was all flooded, but you can imagine this in the winter, and this would just be a boggy mess as well. But right now it's just, well, it's just up and down is a little bit, but that's about it, you know. So you've got to be a bit careful with the tyres, because it is loose sort of gravel underneath, and you know, it's the dirt has all been reduced to a powder, so that can make your tyres slip a little bit. And even if you've got knobblies on, actually, this kind of surface, because it's hard underneath, it's got nothing for the knobblies to grip into, you know, so it's you know, something to just always be aware of, just because you've got off-roady type tyres. If you're not kind of inexperienced off-road, then you just got to be careful of how you're making them work. Anyway, This is nice. I love it when you get, you know, a bright sunny day, but then you get into the shady bits as well. I mean, obviously for the obvious cooling, but it just looks nicer. You know what I mean? It just looks a lot prettier. I'll start chanting in a minute. There we go. Right. Well, I've got to say, so far, so goody. Very good. You know, I'm surprised I haven't seen anybody coming the opposite way. I'm sure there are, but oh well. Keep on going. Yeah, okay, so no, that is just a private farm there, I believe. Yeah, that one. Can't really tell on there, so we'll just keep on going here. Oh look, you can see the track for miles here, just going straight up. So this track here, on the map anyway, it's called the Fair Mile. I mean, there's lots of fair miles in this area, in all fairness. But look, this is pretty much like just a straight track, isn't it? It's all right. I'm in a kind of a rut here, but you know, it's a wide rut, and it's sort of relatively shallow. It's not overgrown by grass, so you know, it's just easy going. I mean, you could go into the middle, but you know, there's no right or wrong path here. Just, you know, give it a go and see how far you get. Now, you know, you like my riding videos, you know, yes, you could go on a little bit faster if you wanted here, I suppose, but that's just not the way I like to do it, you know. I think you've got so much more control. You know, let's face it, you know, we all love to watch the Dakar and all that kind of stuff, but, you know, we're not Dakar riders, you know, just normal riders, just getting out there. Yeah, some of us have got a bit more off-road riding experience, a lot of people haven't. But the main reason I just sort of take it easy is just to enjoy it, you know, lap up the environment. Just, you know, the view up here as we're getting up to the top is just, you know, spectacular, really. Yeah, very nice indeed. Now, I am being careful of this rut up ahead just to make sure that it doesn't get deeper, because if I feel it starts to get deeper, then I'll just try and pull out of it. The problem is you get into deep ruts and then they start to get narrower and narrower, and that's when you can get yourself into a bit of a pickle. So you're just going to need to make sure that it's all good. Alright, this way, yeah, okay. This is nice. Okay, so now we're onto a bit of a sticky one. So this is where the grass element comes in. So just to be very, very careful. You might pick up on the left-hand side, there's a bit of a rut, sort of tractor wheels really, and just to the right of this, where the bike is going, there's like a greenish stripe. Well, you might not see it, pick it up on the video, but that grass is masking about, it's quite a narrow rut that's going all the way up. So I'm just sort of taking it easy and just going to keep it on this centre bit. The wind is starting to cut across here now. So what I might do, just in case you're getting a bit of wind on the mic, I'm going to close the visor as well. Sorry about for the change in sound there. And just keep on going. Alright, now, hold on a minute. Where am I on the map? My direction is telling me to go this way, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do. So I'll edit this out. See where I go, because that's into farm tracks there. Okay, so I'm just going to keep massive deep ruts there. Alright, so let's just keep this nice and gentle here. See, that's a problem. Right now, I'm just going really slowly because of these ruts either side. And it's such a narrow Such a narrow, massive deep rut to my right hand side. Can't see it because of the grass. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's on the right path here. Yeah, that's good. God, it's so, that front tyre just really wants to dig in there, so I might have to crawl this all the way up. Let's see. Yeah, you can't really see it actually either side, so I've got a very narrow path here. Certainly don't want to dip into that. Now, it's not too far away from the end here, and that's the problem. You get to the end and you think, oh, near the end, and then all of a sudden you think, oh, bloody hell. So I'm sort of heavy breathing here because I'm more concentrating rather than I'm sort of stressing myself here. And this little thin rut I'm on, it's not deep, but it literally is the width of the tyre. So you've got an inch rise and fall on this little rut, and it's kind of, because it's so hard as well, it's making the front tyre want to, you know, flip left and right. So that's why I'm having to just nurse this all the way along. See how far we are here. Having to nurse this all the way along until get somewhere else. Okay. Look. Alright, let's take a grass there. This for me is, because I've got a big bike and I obviously don't want to drop it and everything, this is, for me, the worst of riding, you know, off-road riding. And this is where it becomes, you know, one of those things that, oh God, you know, because you just can't see where the ruts are, and it's so deceptive as well. Because you're on a very, very thin path. Yeah, I'm going to have to go into this one now. And you can easily get yourself really, you know, come unstuck quite quickly. So that's why I'm just sort of sticking here. So I suppose, you know, this is what these videos are about really. They are warts and all. It's to show you what it's really like, and to hopefully give you a bit of a heads up. You know, if you want to go and do this stuff, it's great, it's doable, but you just got to be very careful. And these are the big pitfalls, you know, when you've got a very narrow track, and even if there is just the slightest little elevation either side of the mark, if you know, a little rut, that's what will make the front wheel wobble. And front wheel wobbling, that's why you've got to go so slowly so that you can steer your way out of it, especially with a heavier bike, you know. It's just, you know, it's tough going. Right, onto a thicker track here. Alright, okay, now, so where are we now? Okay, so we're at that junction. Okay, so to the left and to the right, so this is the junction. So this track to the right, this is the one, pretty sure, that was flooded in the summer. So what I'm going to do, come up into the centre bit. Whoop. There we go, and we'll go through here again. This centre track, Gotta be a bit careful with it because it's, you see you've got the tractor wheel marks either side and there's a bit of a drop there, so if I accidentally had to lost it, my balance a little bit, and I had to put my foot down, unfortunately there's going to be a bit of a drop, so you have to plan where you're going to put your foot down. So here, front where you can't, you know, luckily for your viewing pleasure, you can't pick up the amount of left and right I'm having to do on the handlebars just to counteract the wobble of the front tyre as it's, you know, going over the little little tracks either side, you know, this narrow track. Right, let's just see. I want to look far ahead if I can and see. Yeah, okay, I can get through this. It's always good to, if you're not sure, just stop, even get off the bike, go and walk it if you're not sure, you know. So just quickly up on the pegs here a little bit, and then, now my preference, I mean a lot of people say get up on the pegs, my preference is to actually stay seated a lot of the time, especially in this kind, because you can actually quickly put your feet down if you're kind of losing your balance there a little bit, but not all the time, because sometimes you can go on the you know, on the pegs and it's absolutely fine. It's one of those things you're going to have to not necessarily ignore the advice that you might get from an off-road riding school or something like that, but you kind of have to find your own groove. Now, so it's a good riding school will say, well, you know, it's, as I'm saying, you know, it's up to you how you want to do it. If you feel uncomfortable, quickly sit down and regain your balance. But anyway, so that's that. Right, so here I can see there's a big, that's a massive rut going up ahead here. So what I'm going to do is just, I may have to turn back. We'll see how we go. I do want to avoid these ruts if possible. Yeah, sometimes it's just better just to power over them and see how you get. Right, I'm just going to come off here a little bit. Let's have a look here. Do you know what? I'm actually going to park this up and go and have a little look around first. Catch you in a minute. Right, that didn't seem too bad actually. Right, let's get back on the beastie. Okay. That's a problem. Alright. So what back wheel's caught in the rut. I'm going to have to nurse this all the way along, I think. Flip me up there. Suddenly caught. Oh! Yeah, best thing to do, take the right hand side of this rut. you know what? That was a lot harder work than it needed to be. Crikey. Okay. There we go. So in the winter, or not even the winter, a couple of months ago, that was completely flooded. Couldn't even see the wheel marks there. So it was be well over a metre deep there. Anyway, we're out. Now, so what I'm going to do, no, that's the problem, road tyres just won't let me get out this rut on the back. Okay, found a little bit of a slope there so I could just bring the tyre up. We are off-road. Right, let's just have a look, see where we are. Let's have a look. Yeah, you see the grass is just masking the rut here. And this is where most people on bikes are actually coming down. Unfortunately, they follow the same path and they cut a very narrow rut. So you think, right, you can stay out the wider, deeper ruts, but these narrow mini ruts, if you like, they're the ones that can trip you up as well. So anyway, let's just see. There we go. Basically all mole on the back brake here and clutch. That's all I'm doing. I mean, that's something, okay, I'll probably say it on every video, but that's something that you've always got to bear in mind, you know. Back brake clutch all the time. Just let it roll, very easy on the throttle. You know, just keep control all the time. And when it's wide enough, yeah, just let it roll. But when it's sort of narrow and it's you know, overgrown with grass, then, you know, just really take a lot. Just take your time, be patient, and you know, you will get through. You might have to manhandle the bike a little bit, but you know. Let's see which is the best route to take here. And I will say about off-road riding at this kind of slow speed, it really does hone your slow riding skills and your decision making, whether to, you know, carry on, pull the clutch in, put the back brake on, you know, really consider how you're feeling as well. You know, if you really start to feel tired, especially when it's hot, you know, it's a good time just to, if you need to, just take a breath. Well, this is the track that I've not actually been on, I don't think. I'm pretty sure I haven't. So, you know, this is typical Ridgeway stuff. The main Ridgeway track is pretty good, actually. The byways, that is. The kind of side spur byways are all like this. And it is a bit of a nightmare. I think, I don't know, it's hard to say sometimes whether they're the worst in the country, but they are pretty notorious in this area for being a real... Now, is this the... They are notorious for being, you know, very rutted, and, you know, lots of casualties. Now, there is another byway up there. No, that's not it. Alright, let's just come away here. See, this bit is fine. This is just like a farm track, you know, a dirt track. But, you know, you just go over it, you know, you'll be fine. But when it's grass and ruts and mini ruts, that's where it gets a bit tasty, you know. And anything can just throw your balance off really, really easily. That's the problem. You know, slightest little thing. Let's have a look here. Just go around there. It's a bit of a deeper rut. I want to try and protect my pegs if I can. Obviously, the deeper the rut, you know, the more chance you're going to knock your pegs, gear lever, that kind of thing. So again, it's not a case of just riding and then yeah, you'll be fine. You kind of have to plan it a little bit, you know, when you're going on these off-road rides, and really think about the width that you've got, you know. Right, okay. So that's a track. That's a track. I think this is the other portion. So what I'll do, I'll come up here, close down the visor just in case any wind. Well, there we go. We made it through one side and then onto the other. So we're kind of down on the valley floor, or just not the valley floor, just coming off the hillside. So we've kind of gone down a sort of gentle slope, and now we're coming into sort of undulating bits really. Now this is still the byway, would you believe, but this is actually tarmacked, so this is not bad at all, and this actually heads out to the main road. So what I'll do, I'll quickly do a U-turn at the end, and then come back up here, and then we'll head up to that other part on the Ridgeway, up to the Ridgeway I should say. These are kind of sort of feeder routes, and there are lots of feeder routes onto the Ridgeway, the main one. These Berkshire Downs, that's why all these byways are, and trails and tracks. You know, if you're ever in the area and you fancy a bit of a challenge any time of year, no, I just have to thank her. I think they close down some of the byways in the winter months, so just be aware of that, because you know they just get completely rutted and stuff. Right, so what I'll do, I'll do a U-turn here. There we go. Just get out of the road. Cars coming. There we go, and up we go.